Hi, I'm Kari from Maximum Joy, Minimum Stress, and welcome back to the Joyful January video series. In each one of these short videos, we are going to focus on how you can have a more fulfilling and satisfying winter season. So, in my blog at MaximumJoyMinimumStress.com, money was the second largest stressor, and so that's where we're going to focus some of our energy today. It's kind of one of the first topical things in this series. I don't want you to have the January money blues, and I know I don't want to have the January money blues, so that's kind of where we're going today. And I'm going to be honest and straightforward with you that I am no financial guru. I have, however, worked my way out of some financial ruts, and I've learned a few things along the way about how to have my money really embody the things that I value and have it be a way of getting to living the life that I want to be living, which is the whole point of my coaching series is to help folks get to living the life they want to live. So today we're going to go through a couple of reflections. So get out your pen and paper as always, and let's go through this thing and see what we can come up with that's going to contribute positively to your holidays. So the first thing that I'm going to ask you today is, why is it important to you to consider your finances at this time of year? And that is not a trick question. It varies a lot for everybody. So think about it for a moment. What is it that you'll have as a result of having been mindful or thoughtful or conscientious about this topic through January 1st? And why is that important to you? And I'm going to challenge you to ask yourself that in rotation a few times. What will you have, and why is that important to you? And what will that give you? And why does that matter to you? And for me, when I did this activity with myself, really having control of my finances at this time of year means less worry. And then I thought, well, I want to have less worry because I want to feel more flexible. Why do I want to feel more flexible? Because I enjoy being with people. I enjoy being able to come and go as I please from events. So when money is tight, I feel like I can't really choose. I don't really feel like I have choice in where I'm going and when I'm going there. So I feel not overcommitted. That's what I'm going to get out of that, is not feeling overcommitted. And then I realized that, the act of not overcommitting myself was about not feeling like I'm giving myself away, feeling like I'm sharing myself with people rather than just tossing it out the window. So for me, having a mindful approach to my money at the holidays means feeling like I'm not giving myself away. And that has a whole lot more power and meaning to me than feeling like, oh, I just want to worry less. So that's my first challenge for you, is to go through and figure out what's at the end of that ladder. When you ask yourself that series of questions, what is it that you get that really matters in the deep, deep way? So knowing that, and knowing that that's why having this approach this year is going to make a difference in your life, I want you to just ponder for a moment where your money went in your last holiday season. How did you spend it? Was it gifts? Was it travel? Was it the perfect set of cards and photographs? Was it new outfits for your family members, or lots of parties and potlucks and happy hours that you went to where the money just kind of dribbled out the whole season? Maybe it was gift exchanges or money that you needed to spend on your kids' events. Maybe you got new gadgets because it was the holidays, whatever it might be. And I really want you to be honest with yourself and not in a judging way. Put it all down. Write it all down on paper and say, where did my money go? And if you got to pull up your old bank statements to figure out, I don't know, where did my money go? Then do that. Be honest with yourself. It's important. It matters. So now that you have a sense of where your money went, I want you to consider which of those things helped to enhance your holiday season. We spent a little bit of time talking about our holiday essentials list, and this is where I want you to take those two things and kind of compare them to one another. What got me closer to feeling like I was moving towards my holiday essentials and having a joyful holiday season, and which things held me back? But really focus on what are those things that got you closer and closer, and therefore were worth the money that you spent. Worth the money that went out the door? Yes, every bit. And we all have those things where it's like, yeah, I'm really glad I did that. So once you've got that mindfulness in mind, we're on to step 3. Which of those are you committing to doing again this year? Are you good to go on those? Do you have a plan in place? Are those happening? We've also been talking about with your holiday essentials list, maybe you're making some new traditions for yourself. How do you fit those into this list? Where do they go? So really map it out for yourself. What's top priority in terms of spending your money? And I want that to tie back into what you value. I'm not saying spend it one way, spend it another. I'm saying what is going to have you feeling so good on January 1st about where your money went. Now, we got to get real. This is step 4. Is it reasonable? Is it money you have to spend? Where are your resources and where are your resources not? I mean, if I just wrote down everything I wanted to do in the holiday season, I'd be spending a lot more money than I am spending. But you got to get real with yourself at some point. This might mean actually writing down numbers on that list. That, okay, so travel, gas money, and food to get to that family member's house is probably going to cost me X number of dollars. Write it down. And especially if you are someone who you regularly go over budget, I am going to beg you, implore you, and encourage you to write down the numbers and be real about what are these different things going to cost you. So that's step number 4. Is it reasonable? Can you do it? Do you need to refine that list? Because if it's not reasonable, you probably need to go back and revisit a few things to figure out what needs to get cut back. Maybe you can borrow an outfit from a friend rather than getting a new dress for a party. Maybe you can get a slightly cheaper set of gift cards, whatever it might be. There's got to be some ways to kind of wiggle this around. Now we're on to step 5, which also is very important. What will help you follow through? Now that you've got a plan, now that it's tied in with your values of what you want to get out of this holiday season, what's going to make you actually do it and actually stick with it? Because that's a lot harder than a lot of the other stuff sometimes. So I'll share a little bit about my own experience with this. Last year, I was on the cusp of being debt-free, having all my bills paid off and just being able to start putting money in my savings account and not have to worry about any balances anywhere. And I kept picturing the conversations that I was going to have with people when I was debt-free. Who was I going to tell? How was I going to tell them? What were their words of congratulations going to be? And that really mattered to me last year. This year, I have a picture in my head of what I want my checkbook and my savings account to look like when I'm done. And what that means to me, that feeling of, okay, it's all right. And I know that, and I can feel it in my body. I'm like anticipating being able to be there and to feel that and to do that for myself. So what am I doing to hold myself accountable to get to that place? I'm writing down everything that I spend. The shipping charges, I always forget about the shipping charges, so I got to write those down. I'm writing down when I buy extra groceries or an extra, bottle of wine or something for a party that I'm going to. Writing it down, keeping tabs on it and making sure that I know where it's coming from. Is it coming out of my savings account? Is it coming out of my current paycheck? Is it coming out of the gift giving money that I set aside? Where is that money for me? So that's how I'm doing it. I'm not saying those are the magic answers for you, but those are some of the solutions I've come up with for myself. And on my blog, I definitely want to hear about the solutions that you're coming up with for yourself and how you're going to hold yourself accountable to follow through. Because it's nice to have a lot of ideas, but at the end of the day, we got to make it happen. And I want to be here to support you through that because it is really important. And if you're watching this blog, I know that having the holiday season go well is super important to you. If you've ended the season before with money regret, this is the awareness that puts you back in the driver's seat of your holiday season. I know it doesn't always feel like that. It can feel like you're getting drugged through it, but you have that ability and you deserve to have that ability and be doing the thing that makes you feel good, particularly as it comes to your hard-earned money. So let's see. It's going to be worth it, I promise you. When you get around to January 1st and you feel the way that you want to feel, that holiday essentials list, you're going to be thankful that you put in the extra time and thought and energy right now. So next video, we're going to talk about gift giving. I know that is number 1 on the stressors blog from my survey on my blog. So we're going to come back around to that because I know that that is often tied to everybody's sense of abundance. So today, I wish you the best in avoiding the money blues, especially as we head into that whole Black Friday thing. Best wishes to you this week, and I'll see you back here very soon for the Joyful January series. Take care. Bye-bye.